All right, this weekend at UFC 314, our boy Alexander Volkanovski is going to be reclaiming his belt against Diego Lopes. And this is one hell of a fight to predict. I mean, there's so many factors that come into play. I know they do have chubby Volkanovski in this picture. They got to change this picture, man. This is coming off the couch against Islam Makhachev 2, Volkanovski. Not doing him justice, but in all seriousness, Volkanovski... This fight is really going to determine where Volkanovski's at in his career right now. I know he did just get head kicked by Islam Makhachev and then slept in the second round against Ilia Topuria. Unfortunately, I was calling for that one. You can go back on my page and find that. But I am nervous for Volkanovski. I feel like, this is objective, really. Volkanovski's better everywhere. I mean, if we take every single bit, like striking, leg kicks, wrestling, the only place where Diego Lopes is better than Volkanovski at is his submissions. Let's be real. And then maybe his power as well, because Volkanovski, he's kind of more of a volume puncher. You know, he sneaks in this power shots a little bit in between the volume punches, and he is way more powerful at lightweight for sure. But Volkanovski, I'm worried for his chin here. Volkanovski has been dropped in a lot of his fights. I mean, if we're being honest, if we go back, Chad Mendes, where is that? He was dropped against Chad Mendes. He was dropped in the second Max Holloway fight. That fight could have went either way. He was also getting stunned a bit in the first Islam Makhachev fight. He did get, I believe, he took a knee for all first responders I believe it was against the jab of Islam Makhachev. And then, you know, he gets slept against Islam Makhachev in the second fight, and then slept in the Ilia Topuria fight. So Volk has never been known for his chin. It's been a whole year since he's fought Ilia Topuria. He did fight him back in February 17th of 2024. So hopefully his chin is a little bit more recovered. But like I said, he's never been known for his chin. Alexander Volkanovski is an elite level fighter. I feel like he's really going to showcase this in the Diego Lopes fight. His striking is just better everywhere. Diego Lopes is just a marauder. So he has the brute force. He's always pushing forward. And Alexander Volkanovski needs to keep this in the center of the cage. He needs to be constantly circling around, chewing up the legs and taking away Diego Lopes's mobility. Diego Lopes is really just a first round fighter. I mean, this is statistically proven. Take a look at his UFC record. Diego Lopes versus Joe Anderson Brito. It made it out the first round, went to a decision. Same thing could be said with Movsar Evloev. Gavin Tucker didn't make it out of the first round. He got a submission. Pat Zabatini, the same could be said towards him. He didn't make it out of the first round, KO. Sadiq Youssef, first round KO. Dan Ige. I mean, we can't really tell too much off of this because he did take two short notice opponents, and then Dan Ige, it was off of 3 hours, so I'm not going to blame him too much for this one, but made it out of the first round. He wasn't able to finish it. Same thing with Brian Ortega. He almost had it in that first round, and then it looked like he woke him back up with that left hook. But like I said, Diego Lopes, he's only a first-round fighter. As soon as the fight gets out of the first round, I'm almost 100% confident that Alexander Volkanovski is going to TKO Diego Lopes. And I see this fight going down a little bit like Yair Rodriguez. He needs to take the same game plan. I know in the beginning rounds of the Yair Rodriguez fight, Volkanovski was a little bit more reserved. I mean, let's be honest. Yair Rodriguez has he has a deep tool bag. I mean, he got TKZ with this elbow, and then he has some crazy kicks. Volkanovski needs to be as careful as he can in the beginning rounds of the fight. And once it makes it to the championship rounds, Diego Lopes has never been a full 5 hard rounds before. So this is new waters for even Diego Lopes. I mean, he probably has gone 5 rounds outside of the UFC, but this is the top level competition. I'm not saying that there is no way that Diego Lopes wins. We can very well see Diego Lopes chin him in the first round. I think that's the most likely path to victory for Diego because he's not going to a decision. He tires out against Dan Ige in the third round. He tires out against Brian Ortega in the third round. He's went full hard 3 rounds, but full hard 5 rounds. This guy looks so tired after the third round of his fights because he fights just so chaotically in the beginning. He thinks he has you hurt. He empties his gas tank, and that's going to be the downfall of Diego Lopes. Volkanovski has proven time and time again he can go 5 full hard rounds against the best Max Holloway, he has some of the best cardio in the UFC. He tired Max Holloway out. He grinded out a 5 hard round decision. He grinded out a decision. It was very gritty. He was putting on such a high pace in that fight. And I really hope that we can see this version of Alexander Volkanovski, or, the version that TKO'd Yair Rodriguez with ground and pound. As a Volkanovski fan, I just can't see him get knocked out 3 times in a row. Like, damn, man, that would really be a shift of the guard. I know a lot of the UFC champions in the last couple of years have been losing their belts. There's a whole new contenders in the welterweight division, and they're all new names, and just we're having the new generation is starting to come through here. It's a little bit bittersweet, just kind of the name of the game. And if you're a fan of the sport, you're gonna see your favorite fighter get knocked out eventually if they stay around for too long, unless it's like John Jones or something, but he lost to Reyes, let's be honest. But that's gonna be all I have for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts and predictions in the comment section.